Our world is rife with mysteries and enigmas. Through the years, a myriad of wondrous events have occurred and thousands of amazing discoveries have been made. We can never be quite sure what lies beyond the horizon. Between archaeological wonders and the rapid development of technology, there is an unbound potential for our future. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at 3 recent discoveries. Russian Defense Minister announces plan to resurrect a 3,000-year-old Scythian army through cloning. Science fiction has been a popular genre of novels and movies for decades, but as they say, reality is stranger than fiction. You would expect that cloning a 3 millennia-old Scythian army would be something taken straight from the pages of a science fiction comic or an unusual episode of Black Mirror, but a Russian defense minister argues it is possible. Around 20 years ago, an archaeological marvel was uncovered in Siberia, Russia. Researchers and archaeologists found, buried deep within the earth and graven of the Tuva Republic, the skeletal remains of over 3,000-year-old warriors of Scythian descent with the bones of their mighty steeds. One could argue that these warriors had already done their part for humanity and deserved to peacefully lay in the afterlife, but Sergei Shoigu, a Russian defense minister, begs to differ. Sergei Shoigu has publicly announced his desire to take the remains of these surely great warriors from centuries past and clone them into a brand new military unit. Shoigu is a native of the Republic of Tuva and believes strongly in the possibility of raising a modern Scythian army to fight and defend Russia and all her territories. He revealed these unique intentions in an online meeting with the Russian Geographical Society. Alongside being a powerful member of the Russian Defense Committee of the government, he is also allegedly close with Russia's president, Vladimir Putin, and the two are supposed allies when it comes to governmental matters. As a result, there is a strong likelihood that Shoigu's ambitions will be funded, or at least carefully considered before being cast aside. The Siberian permafrost allows for the preservation of DNA, which would make obtaining the Scythian DNA challenging but not impossible should they be able to find a chunk of surviving organic matter. For spiritual reasons, when the excavations of the Scythian warriors are planned, Shoigu has demanded that local shamans attend the excavations to appease the restless spirits of the Scythians and to try and gain their spiritual permission to clone them from the afterlife. It is believed by both Sergei Shoigu and many local people of the Tuva that otherwise the spirits of the warriors will be angered and rain terror on the living. If successful, Shoigu would be able to create an army of the living dead. However, some argue that the wild claims are not meant in true sincerity, but to play their role as a distraction that Russia recently sent out 100,000 of their soldiers to Ukraine's borders. When asked about how the excavations are going, Shoigu responded with, "We have conducted several expeditions there already. It is a big international expedition." Shoigu has also made various references to the infamous case of Dolly the sheep as proof that cloning is within the realm of possibility. There is no way of knowing how sincere the Russian ambitions are, or if they are actually planning on resurrecting this classical army from their buried tombs, but there does seem to be reports of legitimate research being conducted related to the science of cloning and archaeological diggings. American Airlines reports UFO while flying over New Mexico. Tall claims of UFO sightings are nothing new, especially across the American continent. For decades, there have been alleged alien sightings and die-hard believers in extraterrestrial visitors coming to Earth. Recently, an American Airlines pilot has been recorded declaring that they spotted a UFO during a Sunday flight over New Mexico from Cincinnati to Phoenix, Arizona. The infamous Roswell incident also occurred around the New Mexico area, which leaves further room for debate and speculation over whether the area is a hotspot for UFO and extraterrestrial activity. Records show that the pilot of American Airlines Flight 2292 contacted the Federal Aviation Administration traffic controllers to ask them whether or not they had any targets up here. He explains he vividly witnessed something flying right over the plane. He said, "I hate to admit this, but it looked like a long, cylindrical object that almost looked like a cruise missile type of thing moving really fast right over the top of us." By all definitions, this classifies as a UFO, unidentified flying object. Of course, it is important to note that a UFO does not necessarily link to alien life forms, despite the vehement association between the two. For all intents and purposes, a UFO can also be a man-made weaponized plane, missile, or military object from another country potentially used for the purposes of spying. A man by the name of Steve Douglas recorded the transmission between pilot and traffic controllers, and it has since been confirmed as a genuine recorded transmission by American Airlines themselves, with them stating, following a debrief with our flight crew and additional information received, we can confirm this radio transmission was from American Airlines Flight 2292 on February 21st. The FBI has also been involved, stating that they are aware of the reported incident. While FBI policy is to neither confirm nor deny investigations, the FBI works continuously with federal, state, local, and tribal partners to share intelligence and protect the public. This official response has caused suspicion in conspiracy and alien-believing circles online. Steve Douglas is an aircraft enthusiast and has written a book about military aircraft called The Comprehensive Guide to Military Monitoring. Douglas claims that through his research there was no sign of any possible man-made military vessel in the skies that day, and that if there had been, its presence would have been noted on the automatic dependent surveillance broadcast log. Lally Laxbergs, one of the spokespeople for the Kirkland Air Force Base, has spoken up about the alleged UFO sightings, denying all and any knowledge of such an occurrence, stating with vehement certainty that no such thing happened. Alas, many alien and UFO believers are convinced that the claims are genuine, and they see New Mexico as a staple of UFO happenings ever since Roswell. Online, many UFO enthusiasts have taken the time to state their views of it being covered up by the FBI and air bases. Douglas especially is not convinced. He even claims to have discussed the occurrence with an ex-member of the military air program who explained that in order for the pilot to have seen any object like the kind he described, it would have needed to be practically heading straight at him. The question posed by Steve Douglas was simple. If the military can't explain what it is, what's flying out there that we don't know about? Stone circle dating to the Bronze Age found hidden in the British Forest of Dean. The Forest of Dean is probably one of the most known woodlands in Britain. It lies in the midst of Gloucestershire in the southwest of England. It is a wild and deep woodland, and in that wilderness, a Bronze Age monument has been found with the use of an air laser scan called LiDAR. The monument is known as a ring cairn and is roughly 4,000 years old. The ring cairn is a circular bank adorned with limestone stones and is 80 foot in diameter and 16 feet wide. It is an extraordinarily unique site with only one known like it in Gloucestershire. John Hoyle, a known archaeologist, claims it to be a very significant discovery. Hoyle initially believed the laser scan's data revealed a 1940s weapon emplacement, but after they realised the secret site near the village of Tiddenham was older than they first considered, it became clear they were dealing with something ancient. Hoyle commented, "It was very exciting. I was expecting to find quite a lot of new sites with LiDAR, but nothing as interesting as this." The LiDAR technology senses distances with a light laser, and is able to analyze what is reflected back at it in order to create 3D models of the landscape, and has been commonly used in archaeological findings of lost Mayan cities. Archaeologists involved in the project have confessed their lack of knowledge concerning the ring cairn's purpose, though theories suggest them being involved with burials and cremations. Out of a desire to preserve the location from any vandalism, the archaeologists have kept the location secret even now, refusing to exactly explain where it lies, as they fear attracting visitors will result in irreversible harm befalling the ring cairn. There is also a potential for illegal treasure hunters to take precious items from the area. Furthermore, Hoyle explained he believes that the rubble bank was the main area of the structure when it was still in use, with the limestones used as standing stones. It is possible that this was a pyre upon which bodies of the departed were ceremoniously burned. However, these structures are rare in Britain, and we know very little about their origins. Other places where the ring cairns have been previously found is Derbyshire and Cornwall, both of which are in England. but there have been some ring cairns discovered in both Ireland and Wales. The current leading theory is that one particular community or culture left these behind in their wake as they traversed the British Isles. The truth is out there somewhere, currently unknown to us. We do not know what the future will bring, but it will surely reveal truths of old. As technology advances, we can merely hope that it brings answers. But what do you make of these discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.